You're welcome to come to Florida anytime you want to. The police have already been notified, so go ahead and come. And just for documentation purposes, Mr. DOA, I will take that as a threat. So that's been documented. FYI. Hey, Sean. No, actually, at the moment, traffic's not too bad. I got a phone call, so I had to jump off and take that. So I'm back now. So why would you even come on here and say that? You were trying to instigate something. You've never come to my chat before, so why suddenly now? You know, I'm an individual person having this rally and convoy. So if you all feel the need to come to Florida and visit your friend Ross, Can I ask you a question? You know, since you're here, we have conversation. I'm getting ready to hit a dead zone, so you might lose me. But I'm just trying to understand, you know, what the point of all this is. Part of all that, and been gone from there forever. Why do you guys keep rehashing this? Okay, but you guys are rehashing over and over again. Why don't you go stand up for the children that are going into these drag shows? Why don't you go protect the children that's being, you know, abused by, you know, domestic abuse? There's other sources. You guys are wasting your time screaming Marcus's name over and over again. That's already passed. Get something new. Yeah, you guys have got it wrong. This is not a 1776 related convoy and rally. This is a grassroots movement. This is in Orlando, the world's largest road. This is the Florida Turnpike. And I have nothing to do with them, so how can I show remorse? I am not affiliated with 1776. This convoy and rally has nothing to do with 1776. It's or whatever you think that you feel they need to do. I'm trying to stand up and do my part in Orlando on the 28th to stand up for those children. But what are you standing up for? Marcus's name. All right, thanks, Gator. Sure. If you're not aware, we all try to promote freedom. And everyone, if you're not aware, Mr. Ant is in the chat tonight. So yeah, they do promote freedom rallies and convoys, but it's not associated with 1776. But they can promote me all they want. But you guys have got to get your focus. If you want to do good for the country and for the children, then you need to start putting your focus somewhere else. This Marcus crap is getting really old for us that's trying to make a difference in this world. Do some good. Be positive. If you want to stand up for your country, then stand up. But stop screaming Marcus's name. It's getting you guys nowhere. It's not helping America. It's not helping any of the patriots. It's not helping anyone. but do some good. I know you've got to have some good in your heart. So why don't you find that goodness and do something positive with it? Stop focusing on 1776 and Marcus and Bunker Hill. That was months ago. Find something good and focus on that and do some good. Stop running from the law. Do something good with your life. But you know what, Aunt? People like drama, and that's what you bring to them. You bring drama. People have boring lives, and you bring them some excitement, but that's not the way to do it. You know, you had that many views. Imagine if you were doing something good. Do something good. Stop screaming the Bunker Hill 1776 Marcus stuff. That's all old news. Start going to these drag shows and protecting the children. About that, why would you have these restraining orders even filed against you? Don't you want more out of your life than that? I mean, really, as a human being, do you not want more out of your life than to be running from the law, having all these conflicts with people, even having to go to court? There's so much more you could be doing with your time and your life. And I'm sorry you feel that that's the only thing you've got to do. No, I understand. If he truly did that, then that's definitely wrong. I don't know. I don't have the facts. I wasn't there. I also do know people who's wrongfully accused. I know that for a fact too. So what if that was you? What if some girl accused you of touching her inappropriately, filed charges, and you were found guilty and you were labeled as a sex offender? How would you like that? You're labeled for life, but you didn't do it, but you're still labeled. I'm not taking up for him or saying that's what happened, but you got to look at both sides of it. What if he was wrongfully accused? If he did do it, then he should be responsible for it. You know what's amazing is my group of people, we want good for you. We want you to turn your life around and do good. I understand he pled guilty and maybe he felt he had no choice. I don't know. I'm not part of that. I don't know. I've heard about it, but I don't know. So, but again, that's between Marcus and the people that it happened with, and him and the law and the Lord. The Lord's going to judge him in the end. Okay, but I have nothing to do with that, and I can't do anything about that. So why are you coming to me with that? God's going to judge him in the end, but I can't do anything about that. And there's so many other sex offenders. California's letting loose thousands of them. Why are we not fighting and protesting and protecting those children in California? I'm just saying I don't know and I can't judge him. I do research on what affects me and what I'm doing in my life. I'm not part of Marcus's life, so I have nothing to do with that. If he did victimize a girl, then I'm sorry for that, but I have nothing to do with that. So don't bring that to me. Okay, but what has that got to do with me? I have never been to Bunker Hill. Tell me, how do I fit into this puzzle? Because they advertise my rally? I'm a freedom fighter. Don't you support freedom? Tell me, don't you support freedom? That's what I'm here for. That's what we're all here for. So why don't you promote my rally? Why don't you come and be supportive? Why don't you come and help me? If you're coming, then why don't you come and help me, support freedom. Stand up for America. Okay, I have no control over who they promote. I'm promoting freedom and fighting for our freedoms before it's lost and we're living in a concentration camps. You all have got to get your focus off of them. I don't know if that's all you can do, but you guys can do whatever you want. I have no control. You have freedom because we live in the United States. So you have the freedom to do what you want, to say what you want, but don't force that down my throat. Don't come and bring this Marcus crap to me, because I have nothing to do with it. But if you want to do something, start standing up for the children and stop rehashing this old stuff over and over again. Me about this Marcus stuff. I have nothing to do with him. I'm fighting for freedom in my own way, in my area. But Aunt, what if you were putting on, I don't know, welcome to Aunt's party, freedom fighters. You don't want people to promote that so more people would come to your show or whatever it is that you're promoting? You're telling me you're not evil? I never said you were evil. I'm just saying I think there's good in there, and let's find some good things to do. 1776 and this Marcus stuff. I mean, you come to my door with this stuff. I've never had anything to do with it. But I'm just telling you, why do you want to come to me? You want to come to me and bring me trouble just because 1776 was promoting my freedom rally? I have to tell you that's wrong. I am trying to promote freedom and save the patriots and save the children and the children's children. I have a grandson. Everyone has grandchildren. We want our grandchildren to have a better life than what we had, and it's sure not heading in that direction. So we've got to move forward. I can't live in the past. I can't change the past. I can't do anything with the past. I can only do from this moment forward, moving on to make a change. Your friends are coming to support convoys, my convoy. You're making me aware. Are they going to cause me trouble? And if they're going to cause me trouble, why are they going to cause me trouble? I've never done anything to you all. I don't even know you all. So if they're your friends, then why don't you tell them that I don't have anything to do with this and put a stop to it if they're coming for trouble? So are you telling me that they're going to come and they're not going to cause me trouble? Yeah, I'm giving you and your friends an opportunity to show people a different side of you. And if you can come and you can behave and support freedom, then I don't have a problem with you being there. But if you're coming to cause trouble, then that's a totally different story. So you say it's your friends coming, but you tell me, they come in support or they come to cause trouble. There's either one or the other of those options. I'm giving him a chance to redeem himself. He can take it or he cannot take it. I told him early on before people got on here that the police are already aware of whomever may show up. Maybe they're freedom fighters. Do you ever think of that? We're all freedom fighters. We all love our country. Yeah, we're actually, pretty tired of hearing the 1776 thing. So let's change the subject and start on something different. We're all against the pedos. We're all against the groomers. We're all for saving the children, protecting the children. So moving forward, how can we do that? And it's because Marcus has nothing to do with me. I can't change anything that he's done. I can't change anything. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing I can do about it. So what would you like me to do? I'm giving you the floor. What would you like me to do about Marcus, or Bandit, as you call him? Anybody that lays a hand on a child is wrong. And there is a lot of sick people out there in this world. But why is no one screaming California with all those sick people that's getting released from jail? Why is no one screaming about that? Not a peep, not a word. And that's what makes it sick. There's a whole lot of other people promoting me too. So you're mad because they promoted my freedom rally. You are obsessed with 1776. And you don't even care. It's not even about the victim. You are obsessed with 1776. I don't care about Marcus. When will you realize that? I don't care. I am sorry if a young lady was victimized by Marcus. I cannot change that. I cannot do a thing about that. I can only pray that the girl is healed. But there's nothing I can do about that. So why you're associating me with that is beyond me. So, either your friends come and support freedom or they don't. But just know this, that the police are aware. If you guys cause any problems, I don't have a problem with getting them involved. But why are you guys silent about California? If you're so worried about this Marcus guy, why are you silent about California? And what do I have to do with Buffalo Man? Everyone has freedom here on this chat. And you got the freedom. I gave you the freedom to come in here and speak. Now, I think what it boils down, he doesn't care about the children. It's about the drama and the attention, unfortunately. And that's really sad that they use the children as the excuse to get the attention and the drama. Hey, Hector. And I'm in Florida. How does that have anything to do with me? I'm going to be at the drag show on the 28th, standing up for the children. So you guys can yell and scream and do all you want to, but until I see you standing up for the children instead of yelling 1776 in Marcus's name, that's all you seem to be able to do. Stand up for some freaking children. Show the children that you do care about what happens to them. But stop living in the freaking past. Help the children that's going to be victimized tomorrow. So stand up and do the right thing. Yeah, let's protect the children. Why don't you and your friends get together and go to California and ask Newsom why he's releasing all those pedos? Who's going to protect those children? There's so much that they could do to help the children or help the abused. But instead, all that they can do is scream 1776 and Marcus. That's right, the right thing doesn't give you views. Stand up and fight for freedom. Not me. I'm confusing and I'm not sure. You were upset with me. Yeah, the border would be a really good place to make a stand. So it's not just the children. You have such a hate. I think you have a hate, Aunt, for a lot of different issues, and I don't know whether that's deep rooted in something that happened in your life. But why do you have such a hate for those guys in jail that's in D.C. that you go down there and you protest their the little bit of joy they get out of life with Ashley's mom being there? You're not upset? I know, but why are you were upset because you said 1776 posted my flyer? Okay, I get that. I get what you're saying, but that has nothing to do with my convoy and rally, is what I'm saying. Hey, Slim. we're open topic here, Aunt, as long as you're respectful. So that's why I gave you the opportunity to speak. But I ask that you respect me back, as well as your friends. I've not done anything to any of you all, but I gave you the floor to have conversation. But I do ask that you focus on what you can do moving forward and not in the past. I'm not trying to change. Oh, are you saying me change their mind? No, I'm just telling him that he should focus on his life and what he's doing, because it's not working for him. Running from the police is no life. He came to me. I let him speak. Thank you, sooner or later. Sooner lady. Sorry, sooner or later. Thank you. As I told Aunt, the police are already aware. So, if they choose to cause problems, the police are aware. Thank you, wingman. Um, and if they do cause trouble, I hope to hell it's in Polk County. That's all I can say. If they're going to cause me trouble, I hope it's in Polk County. Yeah, I'm already working on that. Just I have to work for a living, so I have to have a lot of plates I'm juggling. So thank you, Dash Hound Grandma. Hey, Slim. Absolutely. If they're going to come and cause trouble and not support freedom, if they want to support freedom, then that's one thing. But if they're going to come and cause trouble, then that's something else. Yes, I need to get. Yes, thank you, Annette. You're right. Florida's a completely different location than what they've been doing. So, hey, Joe. Are you home now, Jason? Good for you. Good for you. Oh, this little car doesn't know where he's going. I'm not looking for trouble, but if trouble comes to me, I don't have a problem with dealing with it in the proper channels. Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I didn't want to cut the conversation short, so I was driving around. So, um, nope, I've been expecting this, so it's just a matter of time. Like I said, if they're going to mess around and do something stupid, I hope it's in Polk County. That's what I threw out there. He needs to have to reflect and move forward. Do something right. Chaplain, just go back to the beginning. I mean, you can rewatch it. You as well, Dash Hound Grandma. It seems that fixation was 1776. So that looks like that's what the root of the problem is, a fixation with that. Because look at the J6ers. So, okay, very good. Thank you. Florida strong. That's all I can say is Florida strong. And these Patriots better get their asses out there and support Florida. Yeah, that's my thought too. That's the whole reasoning behind the resentment. Yeah. And they're upset with me because 1776 promoted my convoy and rally. If you're a freedom fighter, then you need to have every freedom fighter out there having your back and promoting your events. Otherwise, you'll not touch enough people. Yeah, no, he's got stuff going on. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. Yeah. I do ask a favor. I've got almost 30 people on here. If you, just because of what happened tonight, if you would just reach out to 5 people and ask them to subscribe to me, they don't have to listen to me, they don't have to follow me, but if I could just get that sub, if 5 of you would do that, I just really would appreciate that. I would like to get to 1,000 before my convoy and rally on Saturday, so if you all can help me get the word out, would be wonderful. As I've said, if you come to my chat, you can be here. We can talk about anything as long as you're respectful. And Brett has been nothing but respectful when he comes to my channel. So if you have a problem with him, that's your problem. But Brett's always been respectful in my channel. Yeah, Wyckoff. I appreciate the apology, Billy Bob. We're not here to nitpick anybody. Again, like I said, everyone has opinions and everyone has a direction that they're going in. I'm not here to judge anybody, but if you come to me, I expect you to be respectful in my channel. For those of you who don't understand, just understand that, my convoy and rally is on Saturday and there's protesters coming to cause issues. That's what it boils down to. So that's what it is. Exactly. I know Brett and I have had conversation when we first started, when he first started to come here. And I'm okay with Brett. He's not disrespected me on here. So everyone can have their own opinion. And I even gave, I give everyone a chance. And I even gave Ant a chance. So he's probably never had the floor before. He's probably never even had that avenue to be able to speak out to the freedom fighters. And I gave him that opportunity. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate that. I just would really like to get my numbers up for Saturday. So if y'all can help me, just have them sub. They don't have to follow me. I just want to get my numbers up. So thank you so much. What do you mean yet you've already blocked Doe? I don't even know who Doe is. I mean, they may know who Doe is. I don't know. I was just trying to keep my chat under control. So if you'd like to tell me who Doe is, I'll be glad to hear. If it's a good person, then unblock them if somebody blocked them. I don't, as far as I know, I don't have anyone blocked on my channel. I've never blocked anybody. Yeah, I will decide who gets blocked. So if there's anyone blocked, I'm not aware of at the moment. There's a lot of shit just went down. So I just, but tell me who this Doe person is. Oh, that's very cool, Mama Bear. We all have to do our part. We all have to do our part in standing up and protecting our freedoms. And everyone has to do something where they are, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing something here where I am. So, thank you, Brett, for sharing that with me. Thank you. Did anybody block anybody this evening? Because no one's been blocked up until today. And I would think I would know or get a notification if someone were blocked. Okay, well, somebody blocked him, and I don't know who that is. I don't know. Did somebody block the Doe Show? I mean, I don't see anything saying that I've got anybody blocked. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything that I've got anybody blocked. Yeah, but Bonnie, what do you mean by that? Oh, good to know, Joe. Thanks, Brett. I just can't do it from my phone where I am right now to check to see if anybody's blocked. Okay. I'm just, people were talking about the Doe show or that I blocked Doe, and I'm like, I don't even know who that is. Hey, U-Haul. I'm just sitting in a parking lot, was having a picnic, and an ant showed up. So, just having some conversation. Oh, very cool, Joe. Enjoy. Take care. Oh, thank you for sharing that, silly. All right, Mods, did you hear that? Yes, U-Haul. Yes. And there was one funny part to this whole conversation. Ant asked me if I was high. Okay, Nancy. All right. But again, that has nothing to do with me and my freedom convoy, but thank you. I don't see how there should even be sides. We're fighting for freedom. I mean, there should not be any freaking side. That's the whole problem in D.C. They act like 2-year-olds there. There is no freaking side. We're fighting for America. We're fighting for our freedoms, and we're fighting for our children. Stand up to that. There are no sides. Either you're with us or you're not. And it's not my place to judge anyone. There will be a judgment day, and there's one judge. I can have a thought and I can have an opinion, but it's not my place to judge anybody. Ant came to me. I gave him the opportunity to speak, and he told me his friends were coming. And I told him that they could either join and support the freedom or not, but they had a choice. So let's see what they choose. Yeah, I think you're right. It's to just cause more division. That's what they want to do, cause more division. I'm my own person, so no one tells me what I'm going to do or what I think or anything. Like I said, it's for me to make my own decision. And I made my decision. I'm going to stand up and fight. I'm going to stand up and fight for everyone. I'm no longer going to be silent. And for those afraid to speak up, I will speak up for you. But I think everyone here pretty much has a voice. But is your voice on the side of freedom or is your voice not? You only have one option, and we're about to lose all of our options here real soon. So we either join together and fight for freedom as one, or we lose it all. And I'll see you in the concentration camp. And then let's hear the whining and bitching that goes on. So we have to stand up and fight now. There is no more tomorrow, and there's no one's going to come in and save the day. It's freaking up to us. Either we save the day, we save tomorrow, we save next week, but we got to take a stand now. And if we don't, we lose everything. And we think it's bad now. It's nothing like what's to come. Like they say, we'll be eating bugs and we'll like it. Is that what you want? They're already taking everything else away from us. So either we get off our asses and we join together, put our differences aside, and we become one as freedom fighters, or we're going to lose it all. And for anybody who has a child or a grandchild, you do it for them. We're not fighting this fight for us. We're fighting it for them. Can you imagine their life in 30 years? Can you imagine them bringing their children into the world? We used to watch Mad Max and think, oh my God, that would never happen. We're almost into Mad Max times. And for all the people that nitpick and are offended, you know what? Grow some freaking balls. Bye, Sean. Have a good night. What is this obsession with 1776? I mean, because there is a true obsession or sickness, I don't know what it is, with 1776. Why don't we have this obsession with the drag queen shows open to all ages? So if the dads start taking their kids because mom's at work to the strip clubs, is that okay? Let's stand up for the children. There is some sick freaking people out there trying to pass it off as entertainment or whatever. That is not entertainment. That is sickness. And anybody that's in Florida, join me on December the 28th here in Orlando because we got a drag show for all ages. So plan for that. Oh, Satan is just, he just does a happy dance every day because we play right into his hands. So ask yourself this, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to save this country and to save our freedom? Can you look your children in the eye and not attempt to fight? I don't know how many patriots I've asked to help me with this convoy and rally. And you know what I get? Silence. Not even a response. We're in America. That is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. If you can't get off your lazy ass and do something. We don't have to have a resume of a person's life and what they've done since birth. But let's join together and all have the same focus. And that's not losing our freedoms with all this corruption and lies. And you all may not realize it, but we're slaves. We just don't have the chains. Every one of us is chained to this government. We are slaves. And I don't mean that to offend anybody, but when you say that word, you understand the meaning. They have used us from the minute we are born, and it's time for us to stand up and say no more. So y'all better find your balls. Lynn, you're not sure what freedoms we've lost? I understand that, Ted. You have to use what sources you have. But that's why I'm having my convoy and rally. so we can speak out. And if you feel you haven't lost any freedom, then I'm sorry, because then you're not paying attention. Or unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth and, life is good. I'll give you a good example. I have a brother that is laying in a freaking nursing home at the age of 58 because he wasn't a young black female and could get medical help. So he has uncontrollable diabetes and had a major stroke and nearly died because he couldn't get medical care in America. So you tell me that's not a freedom that was lost? Everyone should be cared for. No one should be hungry. No one should be homeless in this country. No one. So if you can say we haven't lost any freedoms, then you need to look around. I'm giving everyone the freedom, whatever side you're on, to speak tonight. I'm not that kind of person. As long as you're respectful, you can come say whatever you want to. No, TikToker, I didn't say that at all. I just used my brother as an example that he couldn't even get health care. He was an unpaid caregiver for a disabled veteran with cancer. And he just tried to get a little medicine and couldn't even get that. So I didn't say he needed Medicare or Medicaid. A free clinic to see a doctor once or twice a year would have been fine. I work health care. And I'm fighting for everyone. Even the lazy asses that don't go to work, that I pay for. So I don't pick and choose who I stand up and fight for. I'm fighting for every American. Right or wrong, left or right. But if you don't love our country and you can't stand up for it, then, then maybe you should have been born in Venezuela or something. And then you could try to come across the border to live here and appreciate being here. I'm just tired of people telling me what I can and cannot say, or they'll be offended, or, just you can't do this, you can't do that. Send all my money that I pay in taxes off to some other freaking country when I have people that's homeless and hungry in my country. It just needs to stop. Take care, Serenity. Thanks for stopping by. No, I agree. We need to buy American made. We need to support American made. But I just want to know, what is it going to take for the silent Americans to finally speak up? I mean, do we have to be invaded by some other country? Do we have to have some sort of nuclear war? I mean, what is it going to take to get people awaken off their asses? Everyone's compliant. And why is everyone compliant? It's a global problem. It's not just a U.S. problem. It's a global problem. And that's why you see these uprisings all across the world. People are tired of it. But a lot of people don't even pay attention to MSM. But you're right, there's still a lot that do. But what do you think is going to take to get people awake enough and off their asses to say, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore? Yeah, Texas is, just, and to think it's okay for the border to be wide open. We closed the Canadian border and not a soul could pass through it, but the southern border is wide open and just welcoming arms. You're right, Chaplain. It's just completely out of control. And for the people that don't see that, the government overreach on its citizens it's just out of control. And when are the citizens going to speak up? Look what the schools are doing to the children. I mean, now everyone has to have a trophy when they play Little League, you know? It's just gotten worse and worse, and it's little by little, so you don't realize what they're doing to you. Exactly, Carrie's musings. Exactly. Where did all those people go? Where did all those patriots on the overpasses go? I think a lot of them don't even realize what's going on now. Oh, that's interesting, Brett. But I mean, I think during the lockdown, was people forbidden to come across? And you can help me with that answer. Um, I'm sure there probably are a lot of people trying to flood into Canada, but um, when it was closed down for the Big C, were people coming in? I'm just curious if you know. I'll take Italian too, Sean. Hey, Callie, thanks for joining us, and I'm really sorry about what's going on out there. So people are fleeing the United States for Canada, is what you're telling me? Exactly. I don't understand. When we go and do anything, why do we have to say what race we are, what religion we are? That should not have a factor into anything. I can understand, depending on what it is, maybe your age, and if you're a male and female, but what does it even matter for anything else? What does it matter what your skin color is and what your religion is? It shouldn't matter at all. Again, it's just one more way to control and divide us into classes of you're that color, you're that religion, and that all needs to stop. Hey, Mags. Yeah, Brett, that's what I thought was it had to do with the jab. Yeah, that's what I thought. I had a friendly visit from Aunt Megs. Oh yeah, that's another big thing, Chaplain, is the the big E, for sure. Brett, you need to change your name back because I appreciate you being my wingman tonight. Yeah, I don't understand. Why are they not protesting the stolen E, um, all that? I mean, there's lots of stuff that's going on that's not right in this country. A lot of stuff. Thank you. And the freedom fighting is not just us, but just like with Brett, he's in Canada. We all need to join together. We all may have different opinions, but we're all moving forward for the same thing, to protect our freedoms and to protect our fellow man. And I don't want to become, I mean, we're close. I don't want to become a third world country, but they're moving us that way real fast. And sadly, there's some stuff that's just not made in the U.S., you know? Hey, Faith. But not every single item is available in the United States. I'm not saying buying China is the right thing, but if you need something, you may have to buy something that's foreign made, and I'm not saying China. But yes, our first choice is American made. Silly, that's what I asked. Why weren't they going to California to stand up for all those children? All those children need protected. All those children in California need to be protected. Why aren't they out there, protesting Newsom? I think everybody tries to do American made, and I don't mind paying even a little bit more to get American made. Well, he told me he was just coming in to give me a warning that his friends were coming. So that's what he said. Was he just wanted to let me know that his friends were coming to Florida and that they would be here. And I told him that his friends, if they come, then they need to stand up for freedom. And they can join in and stand up for freedom. Or if they choose to protest, then depending on their behavior, there could be consequences. Yeah, wasn't that considered? And he's very upset that 1776 advertised my convoy and rally. That was his big problem. That 1776 advertised my convoy. And I said, well, we're all freedom fighters here. And that, freedom fighters do support other freedom fighters. I said, I'm in Florida taking a stand by myself, basically. I said, so how does that have anything to do with the pedos and Marcus and 1776? Absolutely. Go back and watch the beginning of it. And I told him that every county that we go through, the police have been told that they're coming. So, let them come. I've been waiting for them. I've been expecting them. So, it'll all work out. It is what it is. I'm a big girl. Absolutely. So let's get my subs up. Let's get this 1,000 subs before Saturday. If this doesn't motivate you to get out there and get your friends just to subscribe to me, get my 1,000 so I can get the word out there, nothing should. You saw what went down tonight. So let's get my subs up there so I can live stream to as many patrons as I can. There's a lot less made in China stuff now. I mean, that used to be when we were growing up, everything was made in China. So now at least we have some options, thank goodness. And I feel everyone has a right to believe and think what they want. I will never tell you what you should think and what you should have an opinion on. Never, because we all have that free will. And bless us for being born in America so we even have more of that free will. But don't tell me what I should think or what I should feel or what I should do. Because it's my right to do that. You're right, Brett. You're right. It's so much more deeper than people even realize. So much more deeper. Well, I'm older. I'm assuming I'm older than you, Ted. And everything, you turned it over, everything was stamped made in China. And thank God the Chinese people are standing up. I mean, they're doing more than what we're doing. At least they're taking a stand. And look how long they've been quieted, and look at the treatment that they've received in that country. That is horrible. But that's knocking at our door. If we don't stand up now, that kind of treatment is knocking at our door. That's what they want. They want us controlled. Do you want to be controlled like that? Do you want them to come and put a slot across your door to lock you in so you can't leave? Is that what you want? Because it's coming. And don't think it's not. Do you see how we have, we are getting so close to being a third world country. Absolutely, and I stand with all of them. I had a man on here from Brazil the other night, and I told him, thank you for doing what you're doing. Absolutely, the CCP is already here. Yes, and they're looking for every excuse in the book to take our guns away. Every excuse. Look at all these mass shootings. But see, it's been little by little by little. Yes, and buying the land up too, yeah. But little by little, so it doesn't seem like it's so extreme. But for us that is older, we can see, oh my goodness, the way it used to be to the way it is now. It's obvious. Are you really serious, Sean? Well, hey, everyone, subscribe to me, please. Then come to the convoy and rally. Absolutely. I'll stand with Mexico. Whatever country is out there fighting for freedom, I will stand with you. Exactly. It's scary to send a kid to school now. My grandson is just turned 4, and it's scary to even think about him going to school, to real school. Absolutely. I will stand for anybody that truly, honestly stands for freedom. Not fake freedom, not a fake freedom fighter. But if they stand for freedom, I will stand with them. And I will lock arms with them, and I will hold the line with them. I don't care who you are. Oh, don't worry about your spelling. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate you. And all my Florida Patriots, it's time for us to speak up. No more being silent. No more. And for those of you that don't know me, that doesn't know my roots, my 6th great grandfather was one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. And 2 sets of grandparents came over on the Mayflower and signed the Mayflower Compact. I owe it to those people to stand up and fight for what they fought for. I cannot let us lose that. And I will fight to the end. Absolutely. Absolutely. We had no doubt about that. Why didn't I serve? Why didn't I serve in the military? Is that what you're asking me? Because I actually went to work when I was 15 in healthcare, and that's where I served. I served my fellow man in healthcare. Well, that's very cool, Mima. I love freedom-fighting redneck patriots. Bring them on, Sean. Bring them on. Yeah, I just told you that I went to work in healthcare at 15, and that's where I served. I served in healthcare. I've been in healthcare since I was 15. So that's where my service came in. And I worked every day. When the Big C came out, I went to work every single day while everyone else sat at home. Every day. I didn't miss one day of work in healthcare because of the Big C. You're welcome to laugh. You're welcome to laugh at me. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Oh, wow, Carries. That's crazy. That's serious. So I'm happy. I hope Ant is happy that he got his content. So, doesn't bother me in the least. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Now he'll then say, I've got to get to Florida. Oh, that's great, Chaplain. We all we all work hard, or the majority of us work hard. We're all hardworking Americans. We pay our taxes. Imagine if we all grifted all day long and no one worked. And just think, that's very cool. A lot of times there is a lot of military families that they generation after generation go. Absolutely, Sean. That's right. We wouldn't get anything done. We wouldn't have any products on the shelf. We'd have a toilet paper shortage again, you know. We wouldn't have the supplies to get to make Sean's pizza so he could have for dinner tonight. I've locally here had several restaurants close. I've heard like 4 or 5 just this week that's closed because they don't have enough staff to run them. That should never be in America. That should never, ever be. And we never had that problem until the Big C. No restaurant or store should close because they don't have enough people to work. That is ridiculous. Yep, we all did our part. We all did what we had to do. No, I don't know what it is. There's just people not working, and it's bad in my area. I don't know. Ever since they gave everyone that didn't work all that money, I don't know if they stockpiled it or what, but nobody wants to work. I mean, if you go to a fast food, they sometimes will have the drive-through open, but the restaurant won't be open. Oh, Sean, that's very cool. That's very cool. No, there's no one wanting to work. It is ridiculous, and I don't get it. How do you not work? And I mean, that's people who, have military families or just strong patriot families. We grew up, saying the Pledge of Allegiance every day in school. We respect the flag. I mean, that's why we stand for freedom. We, um, we just don't take it for granted. DeSantis just called out the National Guard to go to work in our prisons down here. I believe I saw that just the other day. That he's calling out the National Guard to come work in the prisons. Every place is hiring. There's just not enough people. But what happened to all these people? I mean, do they find other ways to make money? I mean, I don't get it. Oh, silly, that's very cool. That's very cool. Oh, wow, Chaplain. I believe it, though. I'm seeing it here. I'm seeing it here. I sure would like to know, Red Cactus, because I like to, I work every freaking day. So how are they making it by not working? Right, but how do they still survive? You can't just not work and not have any income. Yeah, the lockdowns did start then, but and the big money unemployment started then. But I mean, that was a long time ago, and most everyone has gone back to work. But why is there such a staffing shortage now? How are people surviving without going to work? I work my ass off just to make what money I make. That's it. I don't understand. It was nice money when it was coming in, but it's not enough to live off for years. I think that has a lot to do with it, Chaplain. Yes, silly. We just need a table for two, right? I just don't get it. But what kind of life is that? I mean, I know that even becomes generational, but and I'm tired of paying for that lifestyle for other people while I'm killing myself working every freaking day. Oh wow, Sean, that's a point back when that was all going on, I bet. That's an interesting fact. That is true. Yes, me, man, I'm tired of my money going outside of the country. We shouldn't be giving all this money away to these other countries. Our money should be staying here, not lining someone's pocket in DC. It should be going back to the people for roads, health, whatever it is. And that's what we need to be standing up for. No more being compliant. We can't be compliant anymore. And that's it too. Yes, Carrie, the seniors, oh my goodness. I had little neighbors that were seniors and they had to start door dashing just to supplement their income. None of our seniors should be put in that situation. If you worked and you're now at the age where you can get, um, you know, you're not working and you're to the age of where you get your Social Security, you should be getting enough to at least survive. But the cost of living is astronomical nowadays. People can't afford rent. People can't afford gas. They can't afford the food on their table. Absolutely, Chaplain. Absolutely. No, but the cost of everything has increased astronomical, but the seniors are still making the same amount of money. Sean, that's just crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. It breaks my heart. And there's no reason for this. Just everybody is money hungry and greedy and line their own pockets. It should not be like this in this country. I know, but if every state's the same way, it doesn't make any difference where you live. They're all corrupt and greedy. And they all line their pockets. Yeah, and that's what happens, Carries. You lose everything. If somebody gets sick, you lose everything just trying to get them the proper care. Are you serious, silly? They were all seniors? People can't even afford rent. I mean, people's rent around here, just from the little bit that I've heard, has jumped like $400 and $500 a month. No one can afford that. No one. Well, it's bad here in Florida because everyone's moving to Florida. And so these people think they can charge an astronomical amount because there's such a demand for it. It's corrupt everywhere. There's no place you can move to in the United States that's not corrupt. Yeah, $1,200. You cannot live on $1,200. You cannot. Your rent, Sean, went from 800 to 1850. Yeah, Gator. I mean, it's really sad. Oh, Florida's free, but there's also a lot of issues here in Florida. Absolutely. And that's why we can't just be quiet because there are issues here in Florida. I sound like I want communism? Now, where did you get that impression? Yeah, wingman. I didn't say that. Don't be putting words in my mouth. I did not say that. I'm saying there needs to be changes in America. There's problems in this country as a whole that needs to be fixed. And if you are a senior, they are all treated the same. So it doesn't matter what state you live in. So if that sounds communist to you, exactly, Mima. That's what I said. We shouldn't have anybody hungry or homeless on the streets, nothing. We should have mental health facilities for people. Yeah, there are some people that like to spew. They have diarrhea of the mouth, but then they don't stand up for anything. So it's time to stop the talking, stop being behind the keyboard, and start standing up for what's right. Enough is enough. And it's just human rights. I mean, a lot of people are not even treated in a humane way anymore. You can't get change if you don't do anything to change. You got to speak up, you got to bring attention to the problem, and it just starts with one person. And see, Brett knows a lot about what's going on in Canada. You know, I don't know a lot of the tidbits as to, I mean, I know the major news things that happen there, but, you know, us in America are very, I won't say secluded, but we don't hear the news and stuff that's going on up there unless someone shares it with us. So having someone from outside of our country giving us insight is always helpful. I'm always open to hearing and listening to what's going on. And we all should be that way. Yeah, I really thought that was like when Canada came forward. I thought, man, this is the beginning. America's going to jump right in there, and we're just going to, really see some great things. And I have to say that the American Patriots has been very disappointing. I mean, does the whole world have to come forward and stand up and speak out and take action before I'm going to say the lazy asses get off the couch and get out of the basement and do something about it? And get off the keyboards. Get off the keyboards. All right. Oh, that's cool that you have that connection so you can find out what's going on. I really hoped that was going to happen too. I really thought that the Canadian and the American truckers were going to come together and some great things were going to come out of it. I'm glad you're back home with the pizza, Sean. I'm having leftover pizza tonight. And just so you know, they started in on me on Monday because they called the park where our rally is trying to cause trouble then. So it wasn't just today that they started. They started it on Monday. They don't want us to come together. That's why they have this constant friction and division. And we have to overcome that and see past that and come together. And it would really piss them off if we come together with our Canadian patriots. No, nothing yet. What do you mean, U-Haul? They showed their hand of their plan? Are you talking the corruption showed their hand? Thanks, Chaplain. Appreciate the prayers. Well, I think they're showing their hand a whole lot. I think they're not even hiding it anymore. I kind of have a feeling that way too, Carries. That's the way I thought what I thought he meant. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to drive and read and be safe at the same time. I feel like we had a rally on here tonight. A lot of this has been by design. If you just open up your eyes, you can see it is obvious. So obvious. Hey, Fireball Girl. Well, I'm almost home, so I do appreciate you all riding with me and all being here with me this evening. It was quite an evening. Hey, Sharon. I don't know. What's the temperature here, my Florida peeps? I've not even looked. It's comfortable. Oh, yeah, there will be a point that the American people will finally stand up. Oh, Sharon, that's way too cold for me. It's probably 70-ish, I would guess. Night carries. Take care. 65 there. Okay. I'm probably about 70. Thanks, Gator Girl. I appreciate everyone being here tonight. Sharon, I don't know how long you were on, but we had some critters stop by. Everyone have a good night. I'm almost home, so Sean, enjoy your pizza. Okay, Brett, appreciate it. Take care. Thanks for riding along, everyone. Good night.